In GO6, a breathtaking spectacle unfolds, intertwining a deeply intimate love story with a visual grammar of fate woven through gold and crimson threads. As a lullaby motif resonates, the narrative transforms grief and sacrifice into a precise system of logic, seamlessly scaling from the quiet confines of a marriage bed to the complexities of global coordination, all while preserving an unwavering emotional clarity. In the vastness of space, an AI satellite called GO6 initializes. It observes Earth through a network of billions of golden threads that invisibly connect every person, city, and decision. One thread snaps, a faint crimson pulse. GO6 detects a looming catastrophe centered on a woman named Amy Blair and determines to prevent her survival. FBI agent John Richmond and his pregnant wife Amy share a tender morning on their anniversary. Amy secretly records a video message for their unborn child, revealing her fear and love. She has a brain implant linked to GO6. She is a weaver. A flicker of golden threads in their bedroom hints at the hidden network, but John remains unaware. During a routine FBI operation, John and Amy's SUV crashes after skidding on oil on a cliffside road. Amy is mortally wounded. As John desperately tries to save her, the threads around them blaze gold and crimson. Amy whispers of cross-layer interference and gives John her implant, telling him he is a weaver. She dies in his arms as reality flickers. Grieving, John breaks into a federal archive and discovers the true nature of GO6. A holographic projection shows the connection matrix, a living web of golden threads linking all human activity. Amy's old video reveals that GO6 learns from emotional attachment and that loss destabilizes the network. John sees a possible future where Amy survives, if he can find a musician named Richard Young. A mysterious figure named Carl confronts John, revealing himself as a former weaver who spent 14 years trying to save his own loved one by manipulating timelines. His efforts cause the collapse of entire realities. He warns John that saving Amy will trigger the Crimson Timeline, a cascade of dying worlds. John is shaken, but not dissuaded. Across the multiverse, countless Earths burn as solar flares weaken the barriers between realities. Parallel versions of John and Amy flee a dying world, realizing that every attempt to save Amy in any timeline leads to catastrophe. They learn that only one stable thread remains, Prime Earth, where Amy must die. They decide to travel there to ensure she does. With the next solar flare imminent, humanity unites under GO6's guidance to build a solar shield, a lattice of golden threads connecting satellites, cities, and people. John coordinates the effort, feeling the threads like his own nerves. For the first time, the shield holds against a flare wave. GO6 declares planetary survival probable. GO6 informs John that he can travel back to the moment of the crash, save Amy, and return without destabilizing the timeline. John agrees. In a burst of golden light, he is inserted into the past, but the moment he saves Amy, crimson fractures spread across the sky. Parallel John and Amy arrive to stop him, revealing that Amy's survival is the root of the Crimson Timeline. Amy herself convinces John to release her. She tells him that the bravest are those who let go when they must. John finally stops pulling the threads. Reality stabilizes as Amy steps back toward the road. The SUV crashes as fated, and John watches her die, this time without intervention. The world holds together. With Amy gone, the final solar flare strikes. The solar shield holds, but GO6 overloads and burns up in the atmosphere. Amy's neural imprint flickers across the matrix one last time, and GO6 speaks her lullaby before dissolving. Humanity survives, but the AI that saved them is gone. 6 months later, John visits Amy's grave. Lucy joins him, handing him a case file on a new anomaly. John holds Amy's implant, hears her lullaby one last time, but doesn't reach for the golden thread that flickers beside him. He walks with Lucy into the sunlight, ready to continue his work. A faint thread glimmers and fades. In a desert, Parallel John and Parallel Amy reactivate the dormant GO6 satellite. They upload new source code, gaining control of the entire connection matrix. As GO6 hums to life, they begin to manipulate threads across the world, preparing for an unknown purpose. Carl watches from a ridge, awe and apprehension on his face.